Welcome to Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia is a multiplayer survival horror game that has 1 to 4 players enter a map where their task is to basically be ghost hunters. Phasmophobia, although coming off as not the scariest horror game, has a great sense of ambience and general fear once immersed. The simple yet realistic maps, coupled with horrifying sound design, offer for a terrifying but also goofy experience. There's a great unknown when first entering a map. You don't know what the ghost is like, where the ghost likes to be, and a hell of a lot more. It can be a very terrifying and hilarious experience with friends and even with randoms. You will first find yourself in this cool garage looking area that displays your equipment, possible trophies, a few minigames, and the game screen. When first joining a game, the host will select a contract and a difficulty, and you and the people in your game can add equipment, which I will go more into depth later in this video. This equipment can make your life easier, but costs money, and can be lost if you die. Once in the game, you'll find yourself in the truck which has all of your equipment, cameras, case information, and tasks, a map, insanity gauges, sound sensors, and total activity, which I will all discuss later in the video. To enter the map, you must click on the keypad and press E on the keys, but before you do that, I'd press J so you can open your journal. In your journal, you can see case information, photos, ghost types and their information, and most importantly, evidence. Each ghost has 3 ways of identifying itself that you can easily sort through and eliminate certain ghosts depending on the evidence that you find. Finding the correct ghost and surviving is the main goal and will result in you getting paid. The ease of finding this evidence is dependent on difficulty. Phasmophobia has 5 difficulties that you can select before a game. There are Amateur, Intermediate, Professional, Nightmare, and Insanity. Amateur is the easiest difficulty and is recommended if you are a newer player. You have a 5-minute grace period and short hunting phases. Intermediate grants 2 times money rewards, 2-minute grace period, medium-length hunting phases, and will prevent some hiding spots from being effective. Professional grants 3 times money rewards, no grace period, long hunting phases, and most hiding spots will be ineffective. Nightmare grants 4 times money rewards, no grace period, longest possible hunting phase, very few hiding spots. The ghost only shows 2 pieces of evidence, which I'll explain later in the video, and the ghost kills will extend its hunting phase. Insanity is not recommended for new players, but it grants 6 times money rewards, starts players off with 75% sanity. Sanity I will go over later in the video. Has the longest possible hunting phase. The ghost room will change frequently. Almost all hiding spots are blocked, and the ghost only shows 1 piece of evidence. Phasmophobia's main goal is to determine what kind of ghost is haunting a map. There are 24 types of ghosts in Phasmophobia, each with their own behaviors and uniqueness alongside 12 maps. Towards the end of the video, I will go over each ghost and map in detail. But until then, we're going to discuss the ghost room. This is where the ghost likes to hang out and will be most active, and is usually found by temperature readers, EMF readers, seeing the ghost, and sometimes can be found if a door is open. Once you find the ghost room, you'll want to find its evidence, which is made very easy with various types of equipment. Equipment is bought in the main menu and can be added to the game seen in the equipment list. Equipment that you bring into the game will all be returned if you survive that game. But if you die in that game, depending on the difficulty, some of the equipment will be lost, that being 50% for amateur, 25% for intermediate, and 0 for the rest. Spirit box. The spirit box is used to communicate with the ghosts through the means of various questions seen here. If a response is heard, voice box and evidence can be checked. Ghost writing book. This book can be placed on the ground and various ghosts can write in it, therefore obtaining ghost writing evidence. EMF reader. EMF reader indicates ghost activity through 5 levels. If your EMF reader ever reads 5, then you can check EMF 5 for evidence. UV flashlight. The UV flashlight is used to reveal fingerprints and footprints created by the ghost most commonly seen on light switches and doors. If a print is spotted, fingerprints can be checked for evidence. Flashlight. Flashlight simply provides a source of light. Video camera. The video camera provides a video feed which is seen through the van's cameras. It is used to detect ghost orbs seen as floating balls, which can be checked for evidence. Photo camera. The photo camera is used to take photos of various ghost interactions such as bones for more profit and can be used to take pictures of the ghost if you have that objective. Dots projector. This creates a field of green lights when placed and will show the ghost if it has that evidence type and moves through it. Candle. This can be a light source but is also used for this objective. Crucifix. This prevents the ghost from hunting in certain radius. Glow stick. The glow stick works similarly to the UV flashlight as it can see fingerprints just with a weaker radius. Head-mounted camera. This is placed on players' heads and the camera view can be seen from the truck's cameras and can be used to see ghost orbs. Lighter. The lighter can light candles and smudge sticks which are needed for certain objectives. Motion sensor. This provides light that when a ghost or a player walks through will provide a signal to the van. Parabolic microphone. This can be used to listen to paranormal sounds. Salt shaker. This is used to place salt on the ground, which some ghosts can walk through and can be required to do so for some objectives. Sanity pills. These are used to reduce sanity. I will discuss sanity later in the video. Smudge sticks. When lit with the lighter, they will prevent the ghost from hunting for a short period of time and can slow down a current hunt, needed for some objectives. Sound sensor. Detects near inaudible sounds in an area and relays that data to the van's sound sensor screen. Strong flashlight. Provides a strong source of light. Thermometer. Displays the local temperature of a room and can be used to detect freezing temperatures, which can then be checked for evidence. Tripod. Provides a mounting point for video cameras. Objectives. Objectives can be seen in the van on the objective board. Each game has 4 objectives. The first being identify the ghost, and the 3 others being randomly chosen. These 3 others can be find evidence of paranormal activity with an EMF reader. This requires a player to get an EMF reading of level 2 or higher. Capture a photo of the ghost. Detect a ghost presence with a motion sensor. This requires the ghost to trigger a placed motion sensor. Prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix. This requires a player to place a crucifix in an area where the ghost may be. If the cross is in the radius of the ghost while it is trying to enter a hunting phase, it will be prevented. Have a member of your team witness a ghost event. This can be easily done by entering a ghost hunt. Cleanse the area near the ghost using smudge sticks. This requires a player to light smudge sticks near the ghost with a lighter. Repel the ghost with a smudge stick while it's chasing someone. This requires a player to be getting chased and another player to stun the ghost with the smudge while it has a line of sight on the chased player. Get a ghost to blow out a candle. This is done easily by placing and lighting a candle in the ghost room. Have a member of the team escape the ghost during a hunt. This requires a player to get chased by the ghost and then evade the ghost by hiding or staying out of its line of sight for some time. Get an average sanity below 25%. This requires the entire team to have an average sanity below 25%. Detect a paranormal sound with a parabolic microphone. This is done easily by placing a parabolic microphone in the ghost room. Hunting phase. During ghost hunts, the ghost will flicker lights and roam the map attempting to kill players. During this phase, the doors leaving the map will be locked from both the in and outside. Generally speaking, the lower a team's average sanity is, the more likely a hunt will occur. Some ghosts can't hunt till this average sanity is below 40%, and others it only takes 70%. A hunt can be identified by people in the van because the activity monitor will display level 10 until the hunt is over. Hunts can be prevented with crucifix, which prevent hunts for 25 seconds, and smudge sticks, which for most ghosts prevent hunts for 90 seconds. The length of a hunt is impacted by the size of the map. Small maps like Tanglewood Drive have hunts that, depending on difficulty, last 15 to 30 seconds, while maps like Prison have hunts that last 40 seconds to a minute. During hunts, ghosts can phase through doors and clutter, and when not aware of any player, the ghost will aimlessly wander around. When a ghost finds a player, it will enter chase mode. The ghost will follow a player until a player is out of its line of sight or it kills the player. During a hunt, the ghost can hear players up to 9 meters away and on the same floor. Using voice chat will attract the ghost, so shut the hell up when hiding with friends. Footsteps, doors, closing and opening noises, and candles do not attract the ghost. If a player is detected in a closet or locker, the ghost will force the door open and kill the player. Smudging during a hunt will cause the ghost to be unable to kill or detect players for 6 seconds and will make the ghost wander. During the hunt phase, most ghosts move at 1.7 meters a second. For reference, players move at 1.6 meters a second, with a sprint from a player being 3 meters a second. But the longer a ghost chases a player, the faster it can move. After a ghost loses line of sight, it will decrease speed. Some ghosts, like the Gem, move at a faster speed of 2.5 meters a second, while a Hantu can increase its speed depending on the temperature of the room, that being colder rooms. If you are unlucky enough to be killed by a ghost, you will drop all of your items and be put into spirit mode, where you can move around and pick up non-player items but are invisible to your teammates and you cannot speak to them. An end of hunt happens if a ghost successfully kills a player, the ghost hunting time is up, or if all players are dead. Harder difficulties will have the ghost time extended each time they kill a player. Sanity. The lower the average sanity among a group of players is, the more likely the ghost is to perform certain actions. The lower the percentages, the more likely the ghost is to hunt. Sanity drains quicker on professional, nightmare, and insanity difficulties at a rate of 2 times decay and is also affected by map size. You begin to lose sanity once an exit door to the map has been opened. Being in the dark is the fastest way to drain sanity. The larger a map is, the slower a player's sanity will drain while they are in the dark. You can prevent this loss by turning on lights, lighting candles, being in the light of a teammate's flashlight, and TVs. When a player dies, the remaining players lose an immediate 15% loss of sanity. The ghost can increase sanity drain by running into the player. Certain ghosts have special abilities that reduce sanity, such as the Banshee. When the Banshee performs a singing event and has a player collide with the ghost, that player will lose 15% sanity. When colliding with an Oni during any form of ghost event, that will deduct 20% sanity. Jinn will occasionally use an ability that drains the sanity of nearby players by 25% alongside the Ure with a weight of 15%. Being cursed by the Mori causes the passive drain of sanity to double, and lights will not negate any more loss of sanity for that said player. Phantoms will accelerate sanity loss when the player is in line of sight of a manifested phantom. Let me explain manifesting ghosts. This is done by lighting all the candles on these satanic ritual things that will sometimes spawn, and this results in the immediate spawning of the ghost. Be careful with this kind of thing. And finally, poltergeists will drop sanity when they throw items near players by 2% times the amount of items thrown. The best way to negate sanity loss is to bring and consume sanity pills. Depending on the difficulty, these will restore a certain percent of players' sanity. To avoid extra sanity loss, avoid haunted mirrors, music boxes, voodoo dolls, summoning circles, manifesting, tarot cards, yeah, sure, and asking questions to Ouija boards. A Ouija boards give a loss of sanity with every question asked, but with certain questions, the ghost may communicate back with you. 13 types of questions can be asked, including location, age, death, room count, sanity, how they died, purpose, and jokes. The jokes being knock knock, the ghost will respond, who's there? And Marco Polo. Ghost behaviors and evidences. I will now discuss the 24 ghosts and their behaviors and evidences. Banshee. Banshee's evidences are ghost orbs, fingerprints, and dots. Banshees tend to focus on one player at a time and will drain sanity quickly through singing events. Banshees have a distinct wail heard on parabolic mics. Demon. Demons' evidences are spirit box, ghost writing, and dots. Demons can initiate hunts often and can hunt regardless of sanity. The crucifix range on a demon is increased by 5 meters. Deogen. Deogen's evidences consist of spirit box, ghost writing, and dots. Deogens also know where players are during hunts and move very quickly, but once they are in close vicinity to their victims, become very slow. Goiro. Goiro's evidences are EMF5, fingerprints, and dots. Goiros can only be seen with dots through a camera when nobody is nearby. They also can't wander far from their room or change rooms at all. Hantu. Hantu's evidences are ghost orbs, freezing temperatures, and fingerprints. Hantus can move quicker the colder a room's temperature is. They are also slowed down in warmer temperature rooms. Jinn. Jinn's evidences consist of EMF5, freezing temperatures, and fingerprints. Jinns travel at a faster speed when a player is in their line of sight, but they cannot turn the fuse box off. Mare. Mare's evidences are ghost orbs, spirit box, and ghost writing. Mares have an increased chance to attack when in the dark, but this is prevented by having lights turned on. Mori. Mori's evidences consist of spirit box, freezing temperatures, and ghost writing. Moris move quicker when a player's sanity is low and can curse players, which causes their sanity to drop quick, but smudge sticks have a strong effect on them. Myling. Myling's evidences are EMF5, fingerprints, and ghost writing. Mylings are very quiet during hunts but produce paranormal sounds frequently on the parabolic microphone. Obake. Obake's evidences consist of EMF5, ghost orbs, and fingerprints. Obakes leave fingerprints that quickly disappear and can leave special fingerprints. Oni. Oni's evidences are EMF5, freezing temperatures, and dots. Onis have increased activity when players are nearby and are more visible than other ghosts during hunts. Onryos. Onryos' evidences consist of ghost orbs, spirit box, and freezing temperatures. Onryos can be triggered to hunt if a flame is extinguished, but the presence of a flame reduces its ability to attack. Phantom. Phantom's evidences are spirit box, fingerprints, and dots. Phantoms reduce players' sanity greatly while a player is looking at them, and they will disappear if photographed. Poltergeist. Poltergeist evidences consist of spirit box, fingerprints, and ghost writing. Poltergeist can throw multiple items at once at high velocities, but lose powers when no throwables are nearby. Reiju. Raju's evidences are EMF5, ghost orbs, and dots. Reijus move fast near active electronic equipment and disrupt electronic equipment from further away when it hunts. Revenant. Revenant's evidences consist of ghost orbs, freezing temperatures, and ghost writing. Revenants move significantly faster if the player location is known during hunt, but moves very slowly when not chasing a player. Shade. Shade's evidences are EMF5, freezing temperatures, and ghost writing. Shades are less likely to perform general interactions and cannot hunt if people are nearby. Spirit. Spirit evidences consist of EMF5, spirit box, and ghost writing. Spirits have no strengths, but smudge sticks are more effective at preventing hunts for a long duration. Thay. Thay's evidences are ghost orbs, ghost writing, and dots. Entering the location makes the Thay active, defensive, and agile, but they become slower and less active over time. The Mimic. The Mimic's evidences consist of spirit box, freezing temperatures, and fingerprints. The mimic has abilities and traits of other ghosts, and it will present fake ghost orbs as secondary evidence. The twins. The twins' evidences are EMF5, spirit box, and freezing temperatures. Either twin may start a hunt, though not at the same time. One twin will be slow, and the other twin will be fast. They will often interact with the environment at the same time, but usually in different places. Wraith. Wraith's evidences consist of EMF5, ghost orbs, and dots. They cannot be tracked by footsteps, and they will occasionally teleport to a random player, and they will never step in salt. Yokai. Yokai's evidences are ghost orbs, spirit box, and dots. Talking near the yokai will anger it, increasing the chance to attack, but it can only hear voices that are very close to it during a hunt. Yurei. Yurei's evidences consist of ghost orbs, freezing temperatures, and dots. Yureis have a very strong effect on sanity, but smudging near the Yurei will reduce how often it wanders. And a fun fact about the Yurei, it is the only ghost that can shut doors. Maps. I'm not going to go into very much detail on the maps, as they can very easily be explored, but there are 12 maps in Phasmophobia, 8 small maps, 3 medium, and 1 large. Here are the small, medium, and large maps. The size of the map affects sanity loss, the ghost room, and more, which I have previously discussed. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if I missed anything below. Thank you to the Phasmophobia fandom and Phasmophobia itself for providing the information in this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see in future videos in the comments below.